High-speed sync is a clever feature that allows you to use flash in situations where the textbooks tell you that flash isn't possible. Nikon call this feature Auto FP, and it can be particularly useful when using fill-in flash. Using flash in daylight is a great way of adding punch to your portraits. It fills in the shadows around the features and it adds catch lights to the eyes. But although the built-in pop-up flash is fine for this technique, it can force you to compromise on your exposure settings. With normal flash, you can't use shutter speeds that are faster than the flash sync speed, and typically this is 1/200th or 1/250th of a second on a Nikon SLR. This means that in daylight, you can't use the widest aperture on the lens, and you end up with a background being more in focus than you would like. But if you use the Auto FP setting, you can use fill-in flash and still get beautiful bokeh. Also known as high-speed sync flash, the autofocal plane setting makes your flash gun work in a different way to usual. Instead of a single flash, it pulses at a really fast rate, switching on and off at up to 40,000 times a second. And because of this, you can use even the fastest shutter speed on your SLR. Unfortunately, not all Nikon DSLRs offer this feature. In the current range, you need a D90 or above. It's not an option on the D3200, D3100 or D5100. You also need an add-on flash that supports Auto FP, and for Nikon speedlights, this means using an SB600 or better. With the right kit, you then need to activate the feature on your camera in the custom setting menu. On my D90, you go to the bracketing flash options and turn on Auto FP. On higher end models like the D3S, you go to the flash sync speed option and choose the topmost 1/250th of a second Auto FP setting. With this set up, I can now take portraits outdoors with full flash and still use the wide f1.8 aperture on my 50mm prime lens. Do note, however, that using Auto FP severely limits the power of your flash gun, with the guide number dropping off as you increase the shutter speed. So you will need to be close to your subject for the flash to have any noticeable effect.